This is our Brawler rocker. This is the newest release from Poison Spyder, although this was the first rocker that Poison Spyder had for the JK. We've made some revisions since then, but this was first introduced in 2006 for the 2007 JK, and we just refined it and brought it back out, and we are pleased with the way it turned out. This is a two-piece design so that the lower piece can contour the body perfectly. The JK, of course, has a curve in the tub this way, and trying to make this out of one piece of sheet metal would never fit tightly against the body. The first part of the system is the body armor. This attaches to the tub, and you can either do it with nut certs, or for the extreme use, it will have the ability to put through bolts through with some crush sleeves to give it some added strength. All the hardware is stainless steel and it's countersunk, so it gives it a nice finished look. The second part of the system is the actual rocker protection. This part is actually laser cut to fit the contour of the body perfectly, and it actually bolts to the body armor portion of the rocker. You'll notice we have our trademark ovals in here again. It serves as three purposes. One, it looks pretty darn cool. Two, it actually lightens the rocker up somewhat, but it also gives you access to the 3/8 stainless steel hardware, so it makes installation easy. You'll also notice that it has a double brake in it. This is for added strength. It's got every time a piece of sheet metal has a bend in it, it adds a little bit of strength. This has the primary brake, which gives you a nice big step to get in and out of the Jeep, but also adds a lot of structural rigidity to the rocker. The second brake adds a little bit more strength, and it also allows us to tuck this up as tight to the body as we possibly can. There's others that come, that hang way down, and anything on a four-door JK that hangs down below where it has to it becomes an issue when you're breaking over the top of a ledge. It also tucks back in nicely and bolts to the body mount. This protects the body mount somewhat. You can see that the body mounts just barely hang down here, but it also gives it a nice solid place for this to attach. Very rigid 3/16 steel, beautiful end caps with tire clearance in mind. Will fit with our flares, factory flares, or any of the flares that we know on the market today. This should work with all of those. Many have asked, why do you need rocker protection? When you're out crawling on the rocks, as you can kind of see around us here, when you crawl over a rock with the front tire and you drop off the back side of the rock has a tendency to want to come up and hit the body. You're even more likely to do that when you have a long belly like the four-door JK does. This is the most vulnerable part of the JK, whether two-door, four-door, or even the earlier model Jeeps. So the rockers actually protect the tub. In this case, our designs on both our rocker protections are designed to not only protect the tub, but give you a nice smooth surface to slide over, where sometimes a frame mount will have a tube that goes back to the frame that could potentially hang you up and actually spin you off the obstacle. So this is smooth all the way across the bottom. Our rocker knockers are smooth all the way across the bottom. The best possible scenario for sliding across the rock. Also, they're tucked up further than any frame mount rocker protection could be. If you had a tube that went back to the body, it would be at least 1.5 inches lower than where these are mounted. 1.5 inches is huge, especially on a long wheelbase Jeep like the JK four-door. The JK four-doors, because of their wheelbase, will get you up stuff that you might not normally think you can climb, but the trick is to make it over the top breakover, and again, anything that's going to hang you up could prevent you from cresting the top.